If you are struggling to get your first push-up, or you think that rushing through your push-ups like this is going to improve your form, you're going to want to watch until the end of this video. Welcome back, guys. My name is Dr. Mike, and I'm a physical therapist providing tips on how to build strength and longevity with your body. Now, the push-up exercise is one of my favorite body weight exercises that you can utilize to help build a stronger upper body. However, without proper form, not only will you increase your risk for a shoulder injury, but this exercise will feel much harder than what it has to be. And that's why in today's video, we're going to clarify and show you how you can master this particular exercise and avoid the most common mistakes. Now let's get into the first mistake, which is improper hand setup. Some people will either go too narrow, which will predominantly use their triceps versus their chest muscles, and some people will go too wide with their hand placement, which will cause them to flare their elbows out to the side, which can increase their risk for a shoulder injury. If you really want to have a proper width with this setup, you want to make sure that you're using the end of your elbow and the tip of your middle finger. That way you are about shoulder width apart and will be a great position for you to start with. The next mistake that I see people make with their hand placement is that people tend to have their hands above their shoulders, and you want to make sure that they are stacked right underneath the shoulders to ensure that your elbows have a good alignment as you're going down to the bottom of a push-up. Speaking of hand placement, most people don't even think about what's going on with their hands. And just like our feet, our hands can be a great foundation whenever we are performing closed chain exercises like the push-up. So with your hands, I want you to think about gripping the ground, spreading those fingers so that you can create tension through your upper back before you even go down for this exercise. Now, if you fix the first mistake, then that will actually help you master the next mistake, and that is improper elbow alignment. Now, if you have your hands too close together, your elbows are simply going to go down towards your sides, and it might feel easier in the beginning, but once again, you are biasing your triceps and getting rid of how much chest muscles you're using with this exercise. But if you have your elbows flared out too far to the side, that is actually increasing your risk for a shoulder issue, especially if you're someone dealing with shoulder impingement or any rotator cuff injuries. So what you want to do is not be at your side, but not be way out with your elbows flared to the side there. You want to make sure that you meet in the middle so that when you are lowering down into a push-up, your arms are moving in the proper alignment. Not only will this allow you to maximize the potential for this particular exercise, but will also keep you away from hurting your shoulders. Now, the next mistake that I want to go over is people not actively tightening their entire body. They think that a push-up exercise is only working their upper body. However, if you really want to maximize this particular exercise, you should also be thinking about what's going on with the rest of the lower body as well. Now, what I commonly see what many people do is that as people set up with this particular exercise, they have a slight bend in their knees. And what that tells me is that they are not locking out or tightening their quadricep muscles. Another thing is you'll see a slight curvature of the lower back, meaning that their belly or their stomach is sagging towards the ground. And that tells me that they're not activating their core muscles and their glutes. If you want to really work on improving your technique with this exercise, as you move through the push-up, you want to ensure that you have full body tension and your body is moving in a nice straight line. That means we are activated through our glutes, our core muscles, as well as our quadricep muscles. That way, not only will you be able to perform more push-ups because now you have your lower body and your abs working with you, but this will allow a nice smooth repetition with this exercise. Now, the last mistake that I think can have the most effect with your particular push-up setup is not actively moving through full range of motion. Now, some people will lack the ability to go all the way down and their chest is not even touching the ground, or some people will be retracted with their shoulder blades even all the way at the very top. So they're not completely finishing that movement. And what we want to think about is as we lower down into a push-up, our chest is going to be touching the ground. And as we go up to the top, we want to be thinking about actively pushing our hands into the ground so we actually create that separation of the shoulder blades. This will allow us not only to train our triceps and our chest muscles, but also our serratus anterior muscles, These are the other muscles that can help with core stability and will allow you to perform more repetitions with proper form. Now, those are the most common mistakes that if you fix will help you master this bodyweight exercise. Now, if you're looking for more tips on how to perform more repetitions in a row, make sure to watch this next video here. In the meantime, if you're looking for more videos on how to reduce injuries and improve your strength and longevity with your body, make sure to subscribe below, and I'll see you in the next one.